You'll be astounded when you learn about these 10 secrets to be a millionaire. There's nothing stopping you from following in the footsteps of successful people who use the tactics to protect and grow their money year after year. Discovering the top financial secrets that rich people would not share with you may assist you in overcoming all of your financial hurdles, achieving financial independence, and ensuring that you never have to worry about money again. Hello everyone and welcome to Wealthy Wisdom. In this video, we're going to talk about top 10 secrets of getting rich that millionaires won't tell you. If you're new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. Number 10 is to spend wisely. You'll probably recognize a rich person right away if you see them due to their expensive home, large car collection, and nice apparel. You're not aware that all of those costs consume just a small amount of their revenue. They confine their overall spending to a small part of their income in line with the amount they spend on housing. They can do this rather simply since it is easy to buy much more of what you want when you have a lot of money and still have money left over. However, this is one of the characteristics that allows the affluent to amass even more money. They might invest the money they don't spend on assets that will only add to their fortune and reveal the key to being genuinely wealthy. Number 9. Market downturns bring opportunity. Rich individuals are unconcerned about the financial markets collapsing. They really love it when things fall every now and again because they view it as a great opportunity. If the stock market drops 30%, affluent investors view this as a great chance to purchase while everyone else is selling out of fear. People who panic when the stock market or real estate market falls lose money and are unable to re-enter the market when prices rise. Again, those that are prepared for these situations are often rich individuals, but this is not always the case. Anyone with adequate funds may participate, and those who are able to invest at the bottom of the market reap enormous returns when things rebound. Buying stocks while the market is down is good since when the price goes up, you can sell them. This is also the secrets to be a millionaire. Number 8. Decrease tax obligations. Paying taxes is one of life's certainties, and no one relishes parting with their hard-earned money. There is no tax policy for the middle and lower classes. Instead, they merely report for duty. They get the rest of their compensation after their employer deducts a percentage for the IRS. With diligent tax preparation, it is possible to pay much less in taxes. Those earning a livable salary have less motivation to manage their taxes since they have fewer options than the rich. Rich people have access to a range of income sources, potential tax deductions, and skilled tax guidance. Even though there are several ways for people to reduce their tax responsibilities, the tax system is quite complicated. As a result, the rich seek the advice of a CPA or other tax expert whose job it is to help them make the most of their situation. Number 7. It is not always feasible for you to succeed. Rich people are aware of the possibility that not everything they do will be a success. As a consequence, they experiment with various financial approaches, additional sources of income, and even job changes. Even if one item fails, they do not give up and return to their low-paying employment for the remainder of their life. Furthermore, when they discover something that works well, they do not abandon it. They are always looking for new methods to innovate, alter, and try new things in order to accomplish even more. Contrary to what most people think, successful people don't fear failure. This is one reason why they are able to get and keep money. Number 6. It is critical to keep property prices reasonable. Spending too much money on a home might easily prevent you from building any form of wealth. If you pay a large amount of your income for rent or mortgage, it may be difficult to invest. The rich keep their home costs low in comparison to their income. When you see a costly, beautiful home, you may conclude that the owner is in debt. Other costly charges, including taxes, grass maintenance, and other upkeep might add to their burden. The fact is that because of their high salaries, none of those items will have much of an impact on their budget. In other words, the house will most likely cost less than 10% of their monthly pay. In contrast to the ordinary American who spends around 30% of their income on housing, One of the first steps toward extreme riches is to keep your household expenses as low and reasonable as possible. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue to discuss the secrets to be a millionaire. Number 5. Don't rely only on income from your job. In case you didn't know, the average billionaire has 7 different sources of income. This is because becoming wealthy requires more than one source of income from a job. Regular paychecks have perks. It allows you to pay your basic living expenses, but it should be seen as a stepping stone to more significant, passive kinds of income. You should get compensated from these various sources even when you are not working, and they should be scalable. Aside from a job, another common source of income is business ownership. Although it may take some time to manage, it continues to operate whether or not you work on it every day. If you have many sources of income, you are covered if one of them stops paying you. Furthermore, it means that a single source may achieve tremendous success. Salary is not a long-term solution. Number 4. Make regular investments. Most affluent people get wealthy by making frequent, long-term investments in the stock market and other assets, utilizing dollar-cost averaging. If you make continuous investments over a long period of time, your assets will begin to compound and grow significantly. Compounding simplifies and expedites the accumulation of large sums of money. Consistent investing necessitates budgeting for investments even during tough financial times, investing throughout prosperous in challenging economic periods, and not being discouraged by market drops or upsetting news stories. You must have a long-term outlook and stick to the approach. Making investments is one of the biggest secrets to be a millionaire. Number 3. Invest in meaningful products or activities. The trick to becoming an extremely wealthy person is to be frugal with their money. But it does not mean they are unwilling to spend it. They are more than willing to go all out for items or activities that are important to them. While they avoid squandering money on frivolous purchases, they are happy to spend money on products that offer them pleasure and value. They may, for example, spend a lot of money traveling since it is something they like doing. What good is having a lot of money if you're not going to spend any of it? The wealthy spend on things that are essential to them, but the poor often waste money by purchasing objects that they will soon forget and have little to no value. Number 2 is to enhance income. How can you enhance your income? You must continuously ask yourself this question if you want to become wealthy. Investing is one way to obtain money, but the disadvantage is that it takes a long time. Without the ability to regularly create returns that surpass the market, being ultra-wealthy would take decades. As a result, the rich put a premium on having a significant income that may be used to invest and grow that money. They also do not consider how they may receive a little raise or earn $200,000 per year rather than $85,000 per year. They are investigating strategies to more than double or triple their income. If you ask your boss to double or triple your pay, he or she would probably laugh at you. Because of this, wealthy people do not ask their boss for a little raise. They shape their own future, usually by starting their own firm, and this is one of the secrets to becoming extremely wealthy. Number 1. Debt is good. Poor people understand that taking on debt to make purchases is a bad idea, but many are ignorant that debt may occasionally be a source of income. Wealthy people will gain from low-interest loans if they can create a higher return than the cost of the borrowing. Why would a rich person pay cash for a home when they could acquire a low-interest mortgage and utilize the revenue to support the development of their business, buy more real estate, or make other investments? For example, they might buy a $5 million house outright and live in it, or they could pay 20% down, buy 4 $1 million investment properties to meet the mortgage. Tax deductions for interest paid on such a loan may be possible. It is best to avoid debt if you lack the discipline to use it to your advantage. The affluent keep the financial secrets hidden from the poor. Even if they tried, most people would either ignore them or refuse to believe them. However, now that you're aware of these tactics, you will be able to greatly boost your profits and wealth. We've reached the end of another video, and thank you for watching. I hope you have learned the secrets to be a millionaire. If you like this video, do give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Thank you and goodbye.